Hello, hello, hello. It's Monday night.
What's going on? It's Sketchy Live Monday. We've been gone for a bit.
It's been a minute, guys.
But we've returned. Did you know we returned? We returned.
We did, and we have some stories to tell.
We got some stories to tell about the amazing trip that we went to St. Louis, Missouri.
So fun.
Home of so many cool things like the Arch.
Yes.
Anheuser-Busch.
Yes.
Busch beers and stuff. And of course, the best of all, our buddy HIIIIIICKS and his family. We can't wait to share with you guys what happened on our trip to Missouri and the lowbrow art show that we were a part of. So amazing time. Can't wait to share it all with you. I'm Johnny Jalopy, hot rod artist, and that is my beautiful wife, ityB.
Hi.
Meow. Rocking the cat ears.
Yes.
Nice. And you're Sketchy Live Monday. We'll see you in a few. What is going on at Sketchy Live Monday, the podcast? You guys have made it to what we hope tonight to be a rip-roaring fun time to talk about our amazing trip to St. Louis, Missouri, and the Show Me Lowbrow Art Show. What
so good.
A cool time. Can't wait to share people we met, names we didn't get of everybody. We met such cool people.
Yeah.
We spent some amazing time with our good buddy HIIIIIICKS, hanging out with little daddy Roth. We got to meet Heidi.
Right.
We just can't wait to share it all with you. Of course, I'm Johnny Jalopy. This is the Sketchy Live podcast. I'm Johnny Jalopy. That's my beautiful wife over there, ityB.
Hey, guys.
Holding it all together, the linchpin or the lynch mob that she's a part of.
Lynch mob. So, as you know, if you've watched this before, or in recent weeks, we were really not knowing what was going to happen.
We had no idea, and I was super nervous. Oh my God, I wasn't sure if I belonged.
Yeah,
I was a
and
wreck.
we left the show still wondering if we really belonged there because there was so much great talent there.
Man,
what a blessing to be a part of it. Thank you, Dennis Menace, for having us.
Yes, Dennis Menace. An amazing. This is the second Show Me Lowbrow Art show. And according to Dennis, this one, the location compared to, I guess, what they did last year, this location was amazing. Can we talk about that historical place in St. Louis, Missouri? The location was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
The setup was so cool. It was such a chill atmosphere. The vibes were just amazing.
It was at a brewery,
yeah,
and they were serving food. So there were people there for the show, but then there were also people just traipsing in on a Sunday,
having their breakfast,
yeah,
and whatnot. People, what I thought was amazing. We got there 7 was the load in, and I look over towards the beer area. I'm like, hey, are they setting up to serve? And they got coffee in the morning, and already
had to spice it up.
Already a little bit of a beep boop into the coffee.
A little bit of Bailey's in the coffee.
First time I had actually ever had a spiked coffee, and holy cow, that's my favorite.
And we're doing it forever now.
Oh my God, every day. So good.
Forget the creamer.
Yeah,
International Delight backdoor.
We're going right to the Bailey's, but and then like within 30 minutes, there were people eating food, and I walk over and I'm like, are they eating like breakfast sandwiches or something?
They had
it was like full pretzels.
Well, they had a brunch,
and it was like this, just supery Germany bar food,
chicken
and it was
waffles.
Amazing. So, anyways, it was so cool.
Location wise, super cool.
Can't wait to share with you guys.
Where do we start?
Let's start at the beginning.
Do it.
We were about 19.
When we were
69.
We flew in then, super early flight. First of all, we get to St. Louis.
We flew out of Orlando.
Hicks said he was coming to pick us up. So we're out there. Hey man, we landed. We're at the curb. I don't see you. I'm like, well, we're here. Maybe drive down a little bit.
St. Louis, Missouri airport is not a giant airport.
It was about 20 minutes, and little daddy was with him.
Well, hold on. So immediately we're like, what kind of car are you driving? So we know what to look for. Nothing.
No.
What kind of car are you driving? So we know what to look for. Nothing. And then next thing you know, like the signal from afar, the Rothmobile pulls up. Right,
one of a couple Rothmobiles.
Well, like the main Rothmobile, all jacked up. Or I got pictures of it. Let me get it, and then I'll show you.
Okay.
But yeah, it was so cool.
So we got picked up in style
in the Rothmobile, getting ready to T-rapes all over St. Louis, Missouri.
I don't think St. Louis was ready for the Jalopy gang.
I don't think they were ready, but
but we did it.
So many pictures. Where did they go?
I don't know.
Keep talking, I'll find it.
Anyway, the guys pick us up. We head to breakfast. They took us to this really cool breakfast spot.
Oh my God. Yes, they did.
Johnny was happy because he got his sausage gravy, and the woman came out and was just throwing fresh baked rolls at us.
Yeah, throwing rolls.
I was like, I'm gluten-free, but not today.
So good.
Not today.
Damn it, I don't have it.
I sent it to you. Check in your messenger, because that's probably where it is. I sent it to you.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so that was a great start to our visit. And then Hicks brought us to his place. We were staying with him and his family. They opened up their home to us. They opened up their refrigerator, their garage, their backyard, their family. Their family is so tight. Their kids were over every single day almost, and just great family time together that they had. And they included us in the little bonfire that they had, and we're grilling out, and
yeah, it was a great time.
So much fun getting to know them and
getting to
see that part of Hicks.
All about
We've only seen traveling Hicks. We haven't seen at home Hicks.
Traveling Hicks.
So it was neat to see him at home in his element, sitting in his garage. Got to meet his dog. Oh my God, it was so fun. Beautiful family. We were so thankful that we stayed with it. The trip wouldn't have been the same had we not spent that time with them. I think it was just so much fun. So that was our first couple days. He took off work to take us around. Little daddy was with us too, and we went to the Mississippi River, which I didn't even realize.
Yes,
Missouri was near it.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, they were like loading cargo, and I guess the area where he brought us to was an area where they had to put the cargo at a certain level, close these gates, drop the water level, and let the cargo out at a lower water level. Because if it had just it would have been rapid and they wouldn't have been able to move cargo, I guess, down the river. So there's these different stops. I think they're called locks.
And bagels.
There's like 29 locks all the way from Minnesota all the way down to Missouri, different stops like this that this cargo needs to make. It's super interesting. We were there for like an hour and a half.
Oh, we had to watch the whole thing unfold.
Just watching this thing come down and seeing how they do it and learning the process and reading all the information about it and why they started it and how long ago it was.
I finally found it. There we go.
Super interesting. Okay.
Like now it's like whatever.
There's the Roth.
That's the Rothmobile.
How fun.
It's got a Hemi in it.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It was neat.
Anyway,
all that.
In any case.
So
who's here?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Broadcast.
We've got Lizzie Daughtry. Hello, my two favorite peeps of the week. Welcome, as always. Robert Frost. Hello from Salem, Indiana.
What's up, Salem?
Welcome. Lizzie's posting her YouTube channel, Ms. Butterfree 34. Again, nice. She's got some cool stuff going on over there. Some live videos she's doing. She does some auctions and stuff, but really cool products over there. Go check it out. She said she still didn't get notified when we were on. Okay. I don't know how to fix it, Lizzie. There's nothing we can do on our end, so I apologize. Good thing you know.
Yeah,
You know our
9:30.
schedule.
Hey, most Mondays 9:30.
Diane Kennery's joining us. Hi, ityB and Johnny. Glad you had a great time on your trip.
Thank you.
So much fun. Chris Allen from BDC Garage
What
in Lafayette,
up?
Indiana.
Lafayette.
Welcome. Rob Earl. Hey there, ityB and Johnny. It's Tuesday lunchtime down under.
Grab a snack,
set
mate.
for the next hour. He's ready.
Nice.
He's tuning in. Joe Hedgepeth joining us.
What up?
Welcome. Frank Pupello, greetings from Land O'Lakes. Time to get sketchy. Martin Ayers, did y'all visit Silver Dollar City?
No, we didn't make it to Silver Dollar City.
You know what? It really wasn't a long enough visit to cram in everything we need.
All I know is I need to go back because is it Sammy's?
Oh, Sammy's.
Oh my God, the best breakfast in the whole wide
Sammy's for breakfast, and then that pretzel place.
Whatever.
No, I'm all about the pretzels.
The pretzel could. I mean, they were cool pretzels, and it was amazing.
Good. They were fresh out the bakery.
Since 1803 or
they
something
were hot.
like that. Well, hopefully Hicks is on. He can tell us what.
Yeah, he
called.
can tell us. I just ate mine. I didn't even look. Howard Pierpont joining us, 76 and clear in Mineola, Texas.
Yep.
Well, I heard that if you get them fresh like that, while they're still warm, there's barely any gluten in it. So that's why I had 2 of them. Dave Holmes joining us.
What up, Dave?
Giving us all the Halloween faces.
What's up?
We've got the McCoys joining us. Hello from the McCoys with a belly full of birthday cake. That's right. It was Brian's birthday today.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm slipping on posting my
happy
birthday to you,
dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Riff Driven.
What up?
Hi, all. Dana's back.
Nice.
Yes. He's been gone for a little bit. Remember, he changed his name.
That's right. Yeah.
He's back. Riff Driven. There's Hicks.
Hicks.
Traveling Hicks coming to a town near you.
That's
right. Love you guys.
You have to get a shot for it.
Joe said it was awesome meeting y'all at the Show Me Lowbrow gig. You are
what up,
cool.
Joe?
We had the best time. I hope you had a great time.
Yeah,
too.
we
it was such
incredible
a fun
time.
Day.
So much fun.
Oh, it was Gus's Pretzels.
Gus's Pretzels.
Yes.
How old is that place, Gus? Gus's Pretzels. We might have to look it up.
Yeah.
Gus's Pretzel.
From
yeah.
1800s.
According to Hicks, I mean, they had like pretzel stands on the corners.
Street corners, like like a hot dog vendor in Manhattan.
Yeah. In Manhattan. So much.
Paul Marziani joining us. Welcome, sir, from Bradenton, Florida. Lizzie is posting her. Oh, she's on YouTube now. She's giving us a thumbs up. Thanks. We appreciate the likes and loves and the thumbs up and the saves and the shares and all of it.
Hank, Sammy's was a breakfast spot.
Quiznos is awesome.
Here's what you know: when you walk into a breakfast place and there's not, I mean, everybody's pushing 2 bills, 3 bills. You know what I'm saying? You know you've hit the correct spot,
and they're wearing overalls,
bro.
You know it's gonna be.
They
good.
had spurs on, and everybody had a chaw in their mouth. You know it was going to be good, and they did not disappoint.
And when we pulled up, there were a few stray cats.
What was
That's always a good sign.
What was really a bummer is I had every intention of like, I'm going to have a light breakfast because I had such a heavy breakfast the day before. And then as soon as I looked at the menu and it had basically,
there was no such thing as a light breakfast.
It was like the everything skillety, sausagey, gravy-ish thing you could ever want or dream about. And it came in a full platter. There was. Did we bring that home?
Yes, we ate it the next day.
Oh, we did. Did we eat it the next day?
I did. Yes, I heated yours up for you.
What happened to mine?
I heated it up for you.
I did eat it. It was so good.
It was so good to remember.
It was ginormous. I mean, there was a whole That's right. Yes. It was like a whole nother breakfast serving. The next breakfast serving.
It was.
Oh my god!
And I also gave you some of mine as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did.
I did. Ray Swearingen joining us. Happy Halloween from Portland. Yes, we're excited for Halloween this year.
It was a full carbohydrate time.
Thursday.
With Hicks.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh. My God.
Oh,
pizza.
And the way he grilled us bratwurst.
Brats. We had brats for days. We had some yummy pizza.
And we had this discussion as he was making them because
Lord of
my mother used to boil them first.
They grilled them.
And then grill them to get them, toasty on the outside. My dad likes his stuff well done. Hicks did not pre-boil. And I was concerned because I had never seen them made that way. They were Perfect.
Delicious.
Perfect. In fact, I had them again.
Delish. Yeah, the next day
following
you
day.
had, I had like 3 the next
I did.
day.
I did.
After about
So good.
after me and Hicks killed like two 12 packs of Bush Premium.
Oh my gosh, you haven't drank in so much
Bush.
Bush.
Full flavored Bush is what they call it.
Bush.
What they call it there in where Hicks
Missouri.
is from. Missouri. What was the Taylor? No.
Troy.
This is Troy. Anyways, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. Phil Kranz said, "Hi, Shaggy LeBlanc. Is Shaggy on tonight?
Shaggy LeBlanc, I hope is on.
Shaggy
Brother, I hope you're
LeBlanc.
feeling better, feeling good. We miss you, man.
Yeah, Shaggy's a big reason why we
All
even know
this.
Hicks.
All this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So thankful.
Oh my gosh, guys, we have so much. So the show me low. So we T-raped around Mike Hicks's area, which was like living in the mountains. It was amazing. Deer everywhere. He took us to what
and goats.
Him and what Hicks told ityB was the Mississippi River. I gotta share.
But it was the Mississippi River.
It was not the Mississippi River behind us.
What do you mean?
The little place where the overlook in the rocks, that was not.
Oh no, that wasn't the Mississippi.
But they told you
said it was.
They told you it was the Mississippi, and you were like, "Is it?"
I believe, because I don't know. I didn't even know the Mississippi was near us.
Right behind us there. That's the Mississippi. What a cool shot.
That was neat. That little area right by his place.
Yeah. Oh, there's the barge.
There's the lock.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
There's the lake. It's right behind Hicks's house. Now, the funny story is little daddy tells us, yeah, Hicks has only lived back here like 20 some odd years. And it was like 3 weeks ago I showed him where this lake is. He had no idea.
Yeah, Hicks didn't know.
Oh, there's me.
With your mug.
With my mug, wondering. There's the Bush Stadium.
Anheuser-Busch.
There's the lake.
Yep.
Random shots of little Daddy Roth. And you off
in the distance.
Wandering somewhere. There's the arch.
There's the arch. How cool.
There's you getting ready to do some chin-ups.
Yeah. I was feeling all gangster. Well, we have to go over this day too.
Oh, of course, over at Lemp. The Lemp Brewery.
Yeah, that was the Lemp Brewery.
There's Little Daddy and Heidi.
Yeah.
Good shot.
That is a good shot.
We'll tell you more about that stuff here in a sec. But yeah, so first day, we're hanging out. And are we back?
Yeah.
Okay. So get me off of me. So first day, we hang out with Hicks and we hang out, go to breakfast. Next day, he takes us around the first day. Next day, we do some more exploring, and that's when we went to the Mississippi. And my crooked letter I, home back I. No, and my crooked letter I, crooked letter I, home back I.
It's MISSISSIPPI.
And then we've seen this. We're at this really cool. It's a dam, and it's got a lock. And I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so cool. And then I kept saying, wouldn't it be cool if like a barge comes up so we could watch how it all happens? And sure enough, as we're sitting there,
it happened.
A giant barge shows up, and we're looking at it from a distance, and we're like, "There's no way that thing could fit in there." It looked ginormous, and somehow, some way, with a little bit of luck,
a little bit of Vaseline, a little bit of slip right in there,
a little bit of tender love and care. They were very gentle.
It was the most interesting thing.
It was a long,
and
tedious process.
I am not normally a history person.
Yeah,
you know me. I could care less.
I don't see how this had to do anything with history.
I was all in. It was learning the history. I was reading the documentation, learning the history, why this was happening, how long ago. It was like in the 1920s or something. Like, how did they come up with the?
ityB read one placard.
It was one placard.
Tell her full, like she was doing a full history deal. Hicks was like, yeah,
don't ask me to write an essay.
That's what it does. And it was, showed like, this is why we bring them down the river like this, because it was like this one container or barge had the equivalent of how many thousand, 16,000 truck trailers full of different stuff.
It was a lot.
It was amazing.
And what I found funny is I said to Hicks, I'm like, have you seen this before? He's like, no. He's lived there. I mean, I guess it's probably not, hey, you want to go watch cargo be moved? Like, it's probably not something people are like, take me to the Mississippi. But it was just an area where you could just view. There wasn't like a picnic area or anything really around there that you could do. So it's not like a spot you would visit on vacation, but we did. Super fun. So that was the first day. Hung out with his family that night, and then we went to St. Louis, and that was cool. I am all about the downtown.
Holy cow, that place is
vibe,
neat down
the
there.
Architecture. Yeah. It was so nice. And then just seeing, things that we know that we've seen on TV, like where the Cardinals play and where
Busch Stadium.
Yeah. And then the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. I mean, we have the Yuengling Brewery here, which is nothing compared to the history of this location.
It's been around for so long. And it takes up the whole, the whole downtown area was all Anheuser-Busch related stuff. It was like blocks and blocks.
Super cool.
And blocks, this place. From the top of like the hill, it ran down into the river area, and you could see like pipes and different things running down towards the water, and you're like, holy cow.
Super interesting.
It's amazing. So,
and cool little restaurants and little pubs, like everything you'd expect.
There's a lot of murder around and different stuff that we didn't pay attention
the
to.
Homeless.
Yeah. Guys walking around with axes and different. Really feeling the vibe of downtown St. Louis.
It was neat. And then just to see the arches. I mean, that's so iconic for that area. And and again, I didn't know what it stood for, so I had to ask some questions.
ityB had no clue.
So
she's like, "Is this like where the McDonald's first started?" And they didn't.
This was one brother, and then the other brother joined, and they were, It's the gateway to the west.
It is the gateway
where people would go to move into the western states and go dig for gold and move their families, and
everything coming east and north would end up in that collective area of Missouri, and then it was wagons west, and so it was all coming right out of that area. So such amazing
under the arch. There's an entire
giant
museum,
a huge, amazing free museum
with a bunch of history.
So
Indian
visit St.
history.
Louis. We're not getting paid by them or anything, but I would recommend it. It was a neat experience. I don't know if I would go up in the arch because the wait was very long and that's super expensive. But the arch is beautiful. The park that's around the arch is beautiful.
The park was gorgeous.
Well taken care of, and the museum underneath.
So cool. And we only saw half of it.
And it's all run by the park system, or I forget what their deal is, but it was the Army Corps of Engineers, maybe. That's when that was the Loxton deal. But anyways, it was very well maintained and very updated and so interesting. And of course, the amazing ityB loves a museum. I mean, you got to drag her out of a museum. So, Hicks and I are like super history buffs. We're trying to read every little placard. Meanwhile, her and Heidi was with us, right? Yeah. Almost at the exit, 2 minutes in, and was like, "Are we done?"
That's not true. We were looking, we were chatting.
Yeah.
But little daddy didn't come in with us, and he was outside. So I think.
Well, I mean, I get that
we
part.
Wanted to get out there.
Hicks and I could have. Hicks and I might just go back.
Next visit.
I might just go back. Hicks and I'll spend 2 days down in that museum.
He may not want us, but we're coming. It was really fun. So,
what else are people saying?
Well, we have.
Yeah, we can't forget we got people.
We do have people. James Olchin said, "Boil them in beer, then grill them." My church used to cook them this way. Maybe my mom did boil them in beer. I'll have to ask. My dad is actually visiting, so
I bet she did. She ripped a couple beers out of your dad's hand.
Probably. Chris Malinsky joined us. Hi guys from the Motor City. Love it up there. Can't wait to get back there.
Another amazing place, Detroit.
We do have plans to get back there for Autorama if they'll have us. Riff Driven said shellac. Shellac.
Yeah, man.
Shellac. I don't know.
Shellac.
It's shellac.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Sam Metro joining us. Hi, Johnny and ityB. Sorry, I'm a little late to the party.
We're glad you're here. We know you got school.
Thomas Estrada joining us.
Hey, what's up, super artist Thomas Estrada?
We were talking about him to somebody.
Yes, we were.
Many
people.
Actually. Yeah. So he said, "Great to see you too. We got to do something together on your show." Oh, for sure. We would love to have you on.
Love to have you on.
Yes. Ronnie Ogas out in California.
What's up, Ronnie?
Love you both
We
dearly.
need to get this guy on our
I
podcast too.
know. Oh, he said, do get the barge through. Oh, okay.
Shellac.
Shellac.
Yeah, well, that'll do it.
A little bit of shellac never hurt anybody.
No, certainly doesn't.
So that brings us to Saturday. Then.
So Saturday we go. It's there's a car show out at the Lemp brewery, which is not a brewery
not a
anymore.
Brewery, which I thought it was.
No,
I was a little disappointed it wasn't.
No, it wasn't a functioning brewery, but functioning buildings, nevertheless. And again, I shared some of the pictures.
Oh, was it? What was his name? Fat Boy.
Well, I guess you can call him that. I mean,
Big Boy. No, I think that's his name.
Wow.
I think that was.
Was that a fat boy over there?
No,
talking about that
I
stuff?
think that's what he goes by, or Big Boy, or.
I don't. He wasn't in the show, babe.
Huh?
He wasn't in the show.
I'm just looking him up on Facebook.
Okay. Well, here's the Lemp Brewery. So this is was a functioning brewery at one time, and so cool. Oops, not that picture.
That is a cool one, though.
We'll skate through these. Don't look at those.
Oh my God.
No, they're not in any perfect order.
Apparently
there we
not.
go.
There we go. There we go. Oh,
nope.
jeez. Oh, you're horrible at this.
So there's Dennis Menace there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool. We had some really cool cars show up, and such a neat. All these buildings are just these amazing brick buildings.
Oh my gosh.
And then this guy, Fat Boy, I believe is what it is. He had like this inside of one of his buildings was like, oh my God, he must have been either he obviously a collector, because the rooms and rooms and rooms full of different collecting stuff and selling stuff. But then there were like spots where you could see people were renting space for working on cars, different things. It was like sprint cars. It was really. It was just full of cool.
It was probably like 6,000 square feet.
It was full of cool eye candy. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And then there was like I want to say there was like one of the buildings had broken and fallen on top of one of the roofs, and it was just looked dilapidated.
Some
but
of
it
was
so badass. It was such a cool vibe.
Well, that's where I took my photo that you were showing
you
earlier.
Did, yes, you did.
It was like there was an alleyway between me. There was a functioning business of some sort. I actually poked my head in, and the woman was like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "I'm just looking." I don't know what she was doing. It looked like something fashion related.
Yeah, probably.
But really cool. And you know what? It was super hot outside that day. We were dying. It was really warm there that day. But when you walked inside these buildings and they didn't have fans and stuff going, it was just so cool. And like dark and musty, but it was the coolest thing. And this guy's collection of stuff, I purposely didn't take photos because I didn't want to.
So you can
put his stuff on display
in the background there. This whole building over there on the top just was falling apart.
Yeah,
which made it so cool because it was dangerous,
right?
And it was so cool. It was an amazing time.
It was really, and like, thanks to him for letting people come in and look at his stuff. I mean, that was anyway. So that was super fun. And really, that's all we did. We did the pretzels that day.
Yeah, we went and got pretzels, which was fun. That's always a good time. We got some pretzels, cruising around,
and then we had to get back because
we did pizza that night. I think, didn't we do pizza that night? Yeah.
Was that the night we did the pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just hanging out with Hicks's family, all of his grandkids, and
it was a full group.
So cute.
So much fun. And of course, Hicks's wife, just decorates the heck out of their house.
She's my kind of girl.
It's like
my kind of girl.
I mean, it's like walking. You're like, did I just show up to like a theme park?
It was like Spirit Halloween.
Oh my God, it was full on, but awesome. not cheesy. Like,
no,
well done,
very well done,
and very organized.
She had their dining
room table,
which they never sit at. I was told
was
by one of the
set
kids.
Up in full
with
Halloween dining. Like it was something out of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Like in the Beetlejuice. Don't say it the third time. It was the Oh no. It was the Beetlejuice total. We're waiting for hands to come out of this.
It was so really neat. So
candy everywhere was great.
I appreciated the effort and the time that it took because I do
every room
yes.
had Halloween stuff in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a point where I looked down And I had to go to use the restroom, and I was like, "Whoa, what is that?" There was a skull down there. It was crazy.
Dork.
I grabbed a couple Snickers out of there.
This brings us
Those
to the
are
show
Snickers.
day. Let's talk about show day.
Show day. Das Bevo was the name of the venue.
Yep.
What an amazingly
facts.
cool venue. Let me find the picture of Das Bevo.
And I will start talking about it. So it's in South St. Louis, Missouri. Bevo Mill is what it is. It's an old, non-functioning windmill. Now, the Bevo Mill area is direct to the west of the neighborhood of Dutchtown, which was a major center of German settlement in St. Louis in the mid-19th century. And I loved this because when we went to Frankenmuth, that was really my first German town really experience. Wasn't that German? Frankenmuth? It had to have been.
Yeah.
Sounds German. But it was kind of the same decor and everything. After significant population loss in the later 20th century, the neighborhood was revitalizing in the 1990s, and immigrants fleeing war in Bosnia and Croatia. Today, much of the Bevo Mill neighborhood is populated with immigrants, particularly Bosnian Americans and Croatian Americans. So that's the population now. How cool is that building?
Cool.
We were in the bottom of that windmill area.
Yeah.
That's where we did our show.
I want to find the inside shot that I had there of Das Bevo.
So there is a restaurant. The neighborhood was named after the Bevo Mill, a distinctive restaurant with a windmill and beer hall at Gravois and Morganford Roads. The restaurant was opened by August Busch Sr. in 1917, who wished to recreate a European beer garden where drinks would be served in an outdoor atmosphere of music and dancing, like a country club in the city, and did not disappoint. So when you walk through this archway, you were straight on Johnny Jalopy. That's where we were.
Yeah, we were right in the center of this
Little Daddy
inside the windmill.
Right there.
Yeah, we were in the windmillish area.
And if you look straight forward, I don't know if you can zoom in.
There's the burr.
Yeah, the brewery or the.
I mean, they got deer heads. They got all these big wooden tables and chairs. It was super rad.
Yeah, it was so neat.
Yeah, so cool.
What other pictures of there do you have?
Of the Bevo.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find it and I'll.
Bevo Mill is named for a malt beverage that was produced by Anheuser-Busch at the time of the mill's opening. So again, still Anheuser-Busch related, this stuff. The mill became a city landmark in 1971 and is located at 4749 Gravois. It was built by Grown Construction, owned by Lewis Henry Grown, whose cousins owned H. Grown Brewery. So it's been a brewery since 1971. It operated under the name Bevo Mill until its closure in 2009. In 2017, a restaurant and event venue named Das Bevo opened at the location. The restaurant and venue remain in operation today with a weekend dining schedule.
This picture is a cool picture of the bar area.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
That's right behind the bar.
Yeah.
So right back there is where we are.
Mm-hmm.
So there are the couches and these cool tables.
Super.
Look at this woodwork up in here. They have like nesting dolls, fireplace, and this is level 1.
Yeah.
The main level. There's a downstairs and then there's an upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a cool spot.
It really is.
Oh my God, it was so fun.
Like I could totally see doing a wedding there, or just.
I would want to get married there, but yeah.
Regular events. Anyway,
it was so fun.
So super cool place to be. We were on the main floor, which I think was great for us.
At first, when we first got there and we loaded in, I'm going, all right, we're on the first floor. It's gonna be awesome. I look over, there's the bar. I'm like, okay, this has got the vibe. Mm-hmm. This is so cool. We're in the front. And then I go downstairs to the basement and it's dark and it's kind of, there's one guy
unfinished a little bit.
One guy's got it, there's lights on down there, but it's a little dim. And I guess for showing art, it was a little not perfect, but there was a guy selling neon stuff. And so that was perfect for that guy. But it was just kind of, it just had such a cool vibe. I'm like, so I walked down, I was checking everybody out. And of course I found Hot Rod Jen, who first time I'd ever met her, it was on Saturday. I talked to her for like 2 seconds.
At the car show.
Didn't really get to chat with her too much. So went over there and kind of chatted with her a little bit before we started. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I was down here with you guys. This is where the cool kids are. And she's, of course, like, no, everybody wants to be up where you are. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're in a good spot if everybody's hoping to be up in the main area.
We
And
were in a
oh my
good
God, we
spot.
were in a really cool spot.
Yeah, I can't
Like
thank
we had
them enough for
I mean,
placing us there.
by chance, I felt like we had like, yeah, like you said, you walk right in that main gallery area and it's directly as us.
But you're hidden before you get to
Oh
us.
yeah,
On your left,
little Daddy
Daddy
Roth.
Roth had a couple tables set
So
up.
we'll go through it. So
Yeah.
when you first walk in the door, you were met by Bill Berryman, who had some amazingly cool, just strange and different art and different stuff. Was Frankenstein nutcrackers and all kinds of cool, just amazingly cool lowbrow stuff. So you make your left out in the main entrance. There's little Daddy Roth with the flake gear running crazy.
All the t-shirts,
and he's the legend.
Nail polishes.
Hicks and his brother are running the show over there. And then right off of from little Daddy Roth, you come around the corner there. The next table is the Chooky Hand. Of course, that's our good friend Heidi, who we got to meet for the first time as well.
And she gave me these cat ears, and I forgot to wear them
the whole
two
show.
times to the car show and to the regular show.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing them tonight, Heidi.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I have to say, and she admitted this too. She was a little nervous meeting me. I was a little nervous meeting her because there's not a bunch of women necessarily in these groups. It's a lot of guys. So she's like, I don't know. I didn't know how it was going to go. Well, same with her. She was super down to earth. Heidi and I were just like this, like from get-go. I was so thankful. She's such a cool, very down to earth person.
Super cool person.
And super creative. And
her art, the amazing stuff she's creating.
Yeah.
So I just like, dang.
The pieces were so cool.
So definitely check out her goods. And then, next to her, this guy from Florida and his wife, little Johnny Jalopy and ityB.
Just us. No big whoop.
Brought some, garbage on cardboard.
Yeah. People were eating it up, guys.
They great
response.
We had a great response from the show. I felt, and people were like, "Oh my God, dude, can't believe you're here!" And I was like, "Oh, how do you know me?" It was very
very humbling
and affirming, and I can't wait to share some more experience because we had some really cool interactions with different people. Off to our left were some great people. They go by Van Chase Studios.
Her name was Mary. I want to say his name was Kevin. I can't be 100% sure, and I feel bad.
Maybe.
So cool. They were.
They do the shifter knobs. And amazing shifter knobs. Go to my single.
Oh, now you want to be single.
So there's the cool single. There's the cool shifter knob that I got for Kona.
How cool is that?
Right? That's gonna look cool inside there.
That's the really color.
Cool. Look at the cool color.
The detail on it.
Yeah, so super neat. So they have these really rad shift knobs and stuff like that. And they had cookies. They had these amazing chocolate chip cookies.
The highlight,
and everybody wasn't sure if they were real cookies or not real cookies because and were they cookies or
if they were good cookies?
Yeah. And so I forgot how I got a cookie. I think she gave me a cookie because I kept saying how. And then once I got one cookie, oh my! I could have ate 400 of those cookies. They were amazing. In fact, when she left the show, I was like, next time. I want to see the shift knob table, but there better be.
Did she make them?
Yes. Oh. There better be a cookie stand of your cookies. And she was just like, "Oh my God, dude, I can't really." I'm like, "Yes, they were amazing." Those cookies were the talk of the town.
Cookies.
Yes, they were Van Chase cookies. But she needs to do them as her own brand, and they were amazing.
Yes, everybody was eating the cookies.
Yeah. And then off to their left, the legendary Scratch showed up. Him and another guy ran the car show on Saturday, which was really cool. My first time really getting to really sit down and talk to Scratch. I've seen him a few times. We've chit-chatted online, but I've never really met him. So it was really cool to finally get to meet, somebody who has worked with Ian for a long time. So we've both kind of, had that in common, and we've just never got a chance to just sit and chat. And we really still kind of didn't get to chat much, but I felt like we got a good connection. Yeah. We swapped phone numbers and text stuff, and of course I got some Scratch stuff to show you because Scratch gave us an award.
Yes.
That I'd like to share, so we'll do that.
Do that now. Do that now.
So as we're leaving the show, and he's like, "Hey man, that's not gonna work.
How are you gonna do it?
Like the regular thing. I don't know why you're changing things. There you go." He goes, all the way from Florida, huh? I'm like, yeah. So he goes, "Here you go, man." And he gives me this that he striped. It's the long distance award.
How cool.
So he gave us this really cool, amazing suitcase. This vintagey suitcase. It's so cool inside too.
Yeah.
But with his lettering and pinstriping on it, and it's a Scratch original long distance trophy.
And he's like, "Here, fit this in your luggage, guys. Try and get this home.
Hope you can figure out how to get that home."
We did do it.
Yes,
we were able to do it. So,
and without it getting damaged or anything like that. Yeah. So it was really cool, and so grateful. Scratch let us have that, and I'm not sure if we were the longest, but I think we were the farthest away.
Might have been.
There was one guy that rode his chopper all the way from Georgia.
Yeah.
I almost feel like maybe I should mail it to him because that was a trek. But where would he put it on a bike? You know what I mean? We helped him.
Flew.
And then off to the when you come out of Scratch's area and you make your left to head to the restrooms and down to the basement was the Knucklehead. No, it's spelled wrong on the load-in sheet. Anyways, really cool guy. Didn't really get to get his name. Really nice, cool, very nice person. And had really great art. So I didn't get. That's the bummer part. There was so much going on. You had to make sure you were at your booth. I didn't want to leave too much because I wanted to make sure I was there.
There were people coming by to see you. So the couple times you did, like when you went to the restroom or we went to go get drinks or something. There were people coming by looking for you. So yeah, and I think that was probably the same for a lot of other people because I really didn't see a bunch of those people downstairs walking around either. Hot Rod Jen did come up at one point for a quick spin around just to say hi to everybody and come upstairs. But
yeah,
I mean, even like I said, she really didn't. She was by herself. Yeah, I don't know how she was doing it.
I don't know how she does it either. But what took me downstairs is a guy, Dennis came up, and another guy that helps Dennis with the show was telling me about this kid who I met on Saturday. I guess to me he's a kid.
In comparison,
he's a young guy. Mm-hmm. His name is Jason Morel. I hope I'm spelling it right. Anyways, he goes by Trash Company. Mm-hmm. That's where I got that hat from. It was his very first ever show, showing his art, sharing his art, trying to sell his art. So he was super, super nervous and was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go down there and, pump this kid up, and I gotta, you belong, and all the things that I would want. Really, I was doing the same thing, but the things I would hope if somebody who had been doing art for a while
would have offered.
Because he mentioned to me, he goes, "Oh, dude, I've been following your art for the longest time," and then I'm not saying he said like I was the because that's not what happened, but he was saying he followed my stuff, and I was like, oh, "That's awesome, man! I appreciate you." And I was like, the encouragement, this is how we keep it going. So I made sure I ran down and found his booth, and, we talked, and I asked him a bunch of questions about pricing. And of course he was struggling with what we all do when we try to go to sell stuff. He was like, I don't even know what to sell stuff at. So I started like going, well, what are you asking for that? And he's like, I don't know, $20. I'm like, 50. What's this one? And then he's like, I can't do that. I'm like, yes, you can. And the quality of his artwork, if you get a chance, go check him out. It's the Trash Co. Amazing. The kid got it. He's really, really good and a super, super talented artist. You have not heard the last of this guy, I don't think.
Yeah.
In fact, it pisses me off how good he is.
A lot of people at the show, though.
Oh, there were so many amazing artists. There were so many amazing artists that I didn't get to talk to firsthand. Like Nico Lynn. I wanted to meet him. I saw 3 people at his booth. I wasn't sure. They all looked kind of the same, like similar. Like the 3 people in his booth kind of looked similar. And I was like, which one is Nico? And it wasn't until after the show I was like, hey, Dennis, which one was that Nico? And he goes, oh, he was in the purple blazer. And I was like, shit. I thought that was maybe him, but I didn't want to be an idiot and go, hey, man, are you know, I didn't want to do that. And he seemed really busy and a lot of people were talking to him, but I feel bad. An amazing artist himself. Cherry Bomb, Hot Rod Jim, Jim Madsen, this Minx Monster Metals. There was some cool stuff that guy had. Robbie Calorie. Are you reading these?
I'm trying to find where you're looking at.
I'm looking at
Robbie Cal. Yep,
yeah,
Robbie Calorie.
Different list.
Yeah, it is.
These are the people in the basement.
I went down to the basement to bring
Jeff Shanks,
Jen
Ashley
food.
Davis, Andy Bunch, Logan Leeds, Luna Customs, and then of course Dennis had his event stuff, and the Menace had his own booth with some amazing stuff as well. I'm sure I left somebody out. It was just so many cool artists, and to be a part of the caliber of people that were involved in that show, I just was like, oh my god, this is so cool and amazing. It was really fun.
And I feel like as much as everybody's stuff was different, it was all kind of the same stuff. I mean, you're all artists, you're all creating. This is all, you know, part of who you are, your personality and stuff. So the fact that there was not, I didn't see any attitude or ego or anything like that. It was so.
Yeah, there was no egos. But then I heard as I was downstairs, they were like, there's this dude, Johnny Jalopy up there, and he's like mugging for everybody. And I'm like, how is Johnny Jalopy? I'm downstairs. And they're like, nah, he's up, dude, he's upstairs. And he is mugging, him and his wife, just doing this stuff. And I was like, how is this possible? I'm downstairs. And I walk up to the booth, and this is going on. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Johnny Jalopy is drawing. Well, how can I be drawing when Johnny Jalopy is drawing? That's me.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
It was your little doppelganger.
Actually, it was a kid I would hire. See, so what I did is I made sure that when I left the booth, I had a person that would kind of come, and there's Children of the Corn.
Oh, I love it. That was like that was a bucket list thing for me. I wanted to have my picture taken
in corn,
in a cornfield. And who made it happen? Little Daddy Roth.
Yeah.
I was actually almost asleep in the back seat. Hicks
comes flipping around the corner.
He lives near cornfields. And I was like, man, before I get on that plane, man, we got to stop over here. And it was after the show, Sunday, we were driving back to Hicks's. The sun was setting, and he pulls off the road. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And he's like, ityB, your cornfield. I was like, I was so excited. I was like, thank you. You know what? Sometimes you think, you know, man, they don't listen, but he listened and he made it happen for me. I was so thankful.
He did make it happen.
It was neat. It was really neat.
I'm trying to find the shot of me and
together.
Joe together.
Okay, let me catch you up on this. James Olchin said, isn't Dangerous your middle name?
Yeah. I guess I didn't save it.
Matt Williams, hey guys, hope you had a good trip. My dad is from Springfield, Missouri. COVID made it into the household. I've been fighting a cold.
Oh no,
problems.
Praying for you.
So sorry to hear that. Cam McNulty, hi to you both. Welcome, Dota.
Hello, me Dota.
Lizzie putting Stephen to bed. Dr. V Dubs Creations, very cool
What's up,
place. Man? He said, you going to Bug Jam?
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Trying.
Dan Evans, our buddy Dan and Mary Evans.
What's up?
Down in Dunedin. We are kind of late, but we are here now. Welcome. Steve Heinrichs, what's up? This is Fat Boy Steve.
There he is. Okay, it is Fat Boy. Yes. we were Steve, we were singing your praises, man, and what an amazing
the coolest property. And again, out of respect for you, I did not take photos. I didn't want to be like sharing your stuff. I took 2 pictures and
I didn't share any.
But there was
so much cool stuff.
Yeah. Very cool. Thank you for opening that up to everybody that was at the show.
Super kind, and thanks so much for letting us come in.
Janice Westlake, where are you in Missouri? Well, we are home now, but we were in the St. Louis area in the Troy, Missouri. Rob Earl said the Cadillac of cookies. Yeah.
My God, it was. Listen, if you see, what was the name of the van?
Oh, they were Van
Studios.
Chase.
Van Chase Studios. Out and about at your next show. Look for the cookies, and if they don't have cookies, tell them Johnny said, "Where's the cookies?"
And I think it was buy 2 shift knobs, get a pack of cookies free. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Chris Dixon,
cookies are so good.
evening, kids. Getting greetings from Western Canada. Loving the new tea. Thanks.
Hey, awesome.
There is Shaggy LeBlanc.
Shaggy LeBlanc.
Our buddy Shag.
What up, Shag?
Love your show. God bless you too.
Oh, man,
Shag, we are sending you prayers. We are sending you prayers because I know you need them right now. We've got Bob Frizz, Bob Shaboom Frizz on the show.
Love that guy too. Amazing dude.
Can't wait to see you guys. Yep. We miss you guys. In fact, the whole
what's up?
Whole time we were in Missouri, we're like, man, we got to get back to Detroit.
Yeah,
see the rest of our fans.
It was a because hanging with Hicks and Little Daddy, it
just
was
brought
like
it all back.
All we need is a booth and some more snacks. And some music playing and
some apple pies.
Oh my God,
Uncle Larry's apple pies.
That's right. And then keep everybody out of Shaggy's candies
cookie jar. Yeah.
We'll be good.
Jay Newby again from Detroit. What's up, guys?
And welcome, then you gotta finish the night off with a shaboom.
Right.
Yep.
Steve Heinrich said, I was honored to have you at my shop at the Lemp. Well, we appreciate it.
It was amazing. We were so grateful.
Riff Driven. I've got cousins in Jefferson City,
nice.
Missouri. He said Jeff City, but pretty sure it's Jefferson. Mm-hmm. Steve said, take all the pics you want. Well, too late now. We're gonna have to come back though, and we will definitely hit you up when we're in town
again. And what an amazing place. So the Lowbrow Art Show, again, really cool. So many people showed up. I got to share my favorite moment of the whole show. It was awesome because we sold quite a bit of art.
We did.
Had great interactions with people. Got to hang with Hicks and Little Daddy Roth. But if I can be honest, this happened to me in Detroit. I was so excited that it happened again here at the Show Me Lowbrow Art Show. And I'm going to find that photo if I can. Yeah, here it is.
Okay.
This happened. And it was just another amazing, exciting time that this little kid came to my booth, and his dad tells me, hey, my kid's a really, he likes to draw cars. And I was like, hey, you draw cars? And he's like, yep, I do. I said, okay, how about you want to draw a car? And he's like, oh, okay. I said, tell you what, you draw a car, I'll draw a car, and we'll trade. And he was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then he just sat down and started drawing. And his dad was like, dude, one, thanks so much for just, continuing to inspire him by saying, hey, let's draw some cars. And then he said, secondary, he's done this before, but he generally gets bored and walks away and doesn't really do anything. He was
all in.
According to his dad, he had been talking about it for multiple days after. And he was like, he sat there and explained why he drew the car he drew. He drew a shoe car. And he explained to me why it was a shoe car and why he decided to make a shoe. And it was so fun. And him and I just sat there and draw for 15 minutes, probably.
So cute.
And I had such a good time and just hanging out, just sketching with this young boy. And it was awesome. So that was one of the highlights, because that was something I had brought paper to do that.
Right. As
we do at Autorama. It's become, now it's, I got a groove there, and it's the second time, we've been there, and
there were people that came back this year and when they were like, you were here next year, or you were here last year.
I still have my drawing or whatever. Yeah. The little kids weren't little kids. They were like grown like 4 or 5 inches. And it was just neat that these people that we had an experience with their children, who we had spent some time drawing and stuff, and the kids came back and they remembered me, and they were like, oh, it was fun to do. And then they saw new kids drawing. And at one time at Detroit, we had like a whole table full of
7-8 kids
drawing. And that was when you said Chip Fustrow walked by.
He did walk by, and he's like, what's going on over there? He tippy-toed it.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. And it was neat to, again, have that experience at the Lowbrow Show. Because, again, the hopes is that this continues, right? This is the whole idea of art and hot rods and all that kind of stuff, is that we continue the traditions, the culture itself. Mm-hmm. It continues to keep growing. And
and somebody's got to do it, because sadly the arts are leaving our schools.
Yeah.
They're cutting budgets for stuff like that, and you're not able to do the same stuff you used to. I had there was like an entire hour of art when I can remember when I was in grade school.
Yeah.
Just glue. That's where I had my whole Elmer's glue experience, when I was like, oh, I'm peeling my skin off. Like when you give it all over your hands and everything.
read this comment because this rolls right into what I was just about to share.
He says, Sam Metro, looking forward to National Teach-In on Wednesday, November 20th, where you two will get a chance to influence a whole lot of students with your art.
So currently at this school that Sam teaches at, he was kind enough to, I don't know if I included myself or he included me. I think it was more me, like, hey, I'd like to do that. They're having the Great American Teach-In, and he and his car club bring hot rods to the school, and they talk to the kids about, you know, building cars and different stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, how cool would it be if I'll bring, you know, art stuff and we could talk about art too and design and this and that. And the next thing I know, Sam has talked to the art teacher at the school, and now the kids are actually doing a hot rod art contest that we're going to judge.
Nice.
That you and I will get to judge with some other car club people, but we'll get to give our own specific trophy to one student for their artwork that we choose as good. But the whole idea is that this hot rod artist guy is coming to the school, and there's going to be this cool thing, and the kids are excited and they're drawing hot rods and stuff, or hot rod related artwork. And it's kind of outside the normal things that the art teacher does, but it's so cool how they just embraced the whole idea of it. How and fun. We'll get to be there, and we're hoping to bring get Kona up there and have that car there as well. It's going to be a super exciting time to get to do something local, and get to involve ourselves with the school stuff. And again, hoping that the traditions and the culture continues to grow. In fact, Sam shared with me one of his students that he just met came in, and I guess Sam, at the intro of most every year, kind of gets to know the kids, and they kind of do an icebreaker where they introduce themselves and talk about their interests. Meets this kid who's like, yeah, I want to own a hot rod shop.
Ah, wow.
And he's like, oh my God, okay. So of course, you know, Sam is like, oh, here's some magazines, because he collects magazines and stuff. And again, that whole idea, this is the beauty of what that guy's doing, is continuing the culture, you know, as a teacher who teaches, you know, not hot rod stuff, but it's continuing to talk about it, because that's how we keep the culture growing. So it's awesome. We're so excited, Sam. Can't wait to be a part of that. And we're so grateful that you included us, and we can't wait. Can't wait to be there.
Jay Newby said, my granddaughter draws all the time now. So it was his granddaughter that awesome. you drew the hot rod stuff for.
And that's the hopes, right? Is that even if they don't draw cars or whatever, they just go on to do other stuff. I mean, you know, how cool is that? I mean, look at Shaboom's his daughter, right? Works for one of the big motor companies, and you know, it need to have your kids involved in the stuff that you're passionate about. And you know, that's you know, I keep trying to share with my grandkids, and they show some interest and things like that. And I'm hoping that, you know, one of them maybe goes, hey, my grandpa did it, maybe I could do it, you know, that kind of thing. And you know,
you want to share, because we're nearing our end point here. Well, share your takeaway from HIIIIIICKS. People probably can't see
it's HIIIIIICKS. I can't reach it from there.
Just stand up.
The Bank of Old, what was it again?
I can't see it.
Let me grab it. HIIIIIICKS made sure, because we were drinking many Bush beers. The Bank of Old Monroe, member FDIC. This was the koozie that he gave me.
That was a takeaway.
We had, you know, many a cool one out in the garage, hanging out with Achilles.
Right. Oh, the dog.
Such a cool dog. And
oh my God, this dog. So if I have to share this quick story. So they have an outdoor fridge in the garage, and they had, you know, just extra stuff in there.
You're gonna call the dog out?
Yes. So we leave one day, and the dog sleeps in the garage. He's got his little crate out there. It's nice and cool out there. We come home, open the garage, and the dog had broken into the refrigerator, grabbed out a bag of frozen crawfish, and started eating them.
Look at him.
He's so cute.
How could you be mad at that dog?
He's so cute. He was my little buddy.
There's Mike.
Aww.
Oh, there's a spooky tree.
I took a picture of the spooky tree, because I love spooky trees.
That was a great shot. There's Mike's car.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And you had drawn that for him.
So fun.
There are some pictures on the site, or on Johnny's on on Johnny's page.
Here's the
so
thing I will
check 'em
say.
out.
We took pictures, but we didn't take a ton of pictures.
We didn't. We were in the
because
moment,
we were in the
guys.
moment of experiencing it and talking to people. And again, I feel bad I didn't get to talk to every one of those artists that were down there because there was so much good stuff. I would have loved to have picked every one of their brains on how they do what they do. Like even Hotter Jen, I was like, how do you do what you did? You know, because
She travels.
top.
Maybe we see if we can line her up at a show out here sometime.
Yeah,
See what we can do.
she does travel and she goes all over the place. But she
there was
such
not
a kind person. Again, it was great to meet this guy, Jason.
yes
Trash Company. Such a cool
Jason
kid.
Moran.
And again, Dennis the Menace, thank you so much, brother, for
So
inviting
honored to
us
be a part of
and having us included in that.
And Dennis Menace we had on our podcast
yes,
a couple months
go
ago.
back and check on our YouTube channel. It was a great interview. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Dennis Menace Jackson.
Oh, we had so much fun. And
hi there, kids. You were a treasure to the show.
we I got to tell you, man, phenomenal show. You did you and your
I
guy,
know you were stressing. It was a lot of stress,
and
but you pulled it off.
Pulled it off, man. That show was so much fun. And if anybody had anything negative to say, I don't know who. Have them come talk to me because we had an amazing time. And
it was very well coordinated.
Oh, it was so chill and non-stressful. The venue was amazing. The people that worked the venue were so nice.
Yes.
The beers were cold. They're so
they were good.
Oh, they were so good. But it was such a cool place. And again, thank you so much for just being such a great guy. And again, hats off to you, man. And we sure hope that we get to be a part of the next one.
Yes.
Because we really love to come back and be a part of that because it was such a fun show. And of course, Mike Hicks, thank you so much for opening your home and your hospitality, your love, man. We just appreciate you so much.
He's the best guy.
And Shaggy LeBlanc, dude, thanks for introducing us to all these people and getting us in this whole group of because it all spawned, if I'm honest, all this spawned from being able to go to Autorama the first time, get to meet the crew out there. And it just suddenly, like, the idea, like, for it, I think with ityB, she's like, we can go places and we can travel. I think it opened your eyes to stuff when we went and did it. And I think it changed our idea of that it is possible for us to go other places and be seen, and it's a good time and it's worth it.
It is worth it.
It's worth it. Not so much, not always specifically about, the amount of art sold or things sold. It's these contacts that we've made along the way,
visibility, people
and getting to see
they're out here.
Yeah, shaking hands and getting to meet people was just the best. And man, it was so much fun, and we hope to be a part of it in Missouri again.
Yeah,
great show.
So thankful for all of the opportunities that have been made available by all of you folks. I mean, because every single one of you who has supported us, even financially, purchasing any of our merch, which JohnnyJalopy.com, go check it out. We're actually out of hats right now. That's how well we did. We're sold out of hats. I still have some beanies left. We've got the t-shirts, we've got the artwork, but we do need to get some new hats.
And if I can say this as well for the Show Me Lowbrow art show, if you're an artist out there and you're interested, I think the more artists that start coming to Dennis and saying, hey man, how do I get to be a part of this? The greater it's going to grow.
Yeah.
Of course he's wanting to, I think he's definitely, there was such a great level of quality of art and different things, but the vibe was like, there's a space for everybody, which was cool. And everybody was just so cool with each other. The way it grows and grows into, and again, I love this concept that Dennis has thrown out there. Is this? It's not a car show, art show. It's an art show.
There were a couple cars there outside, but that was not.
But it was an art show. It was where us as artists weren't competing with what's outside. Of people going outside and sitting by their cars or, taking off and checking out, the vendors outside. It was about all of us who create and make art, where people were coming to see and hang with us and artists talking with each other and shooting the shit,
inspiring
and
each
then
other,
talking
giving
and
each
seeing
other ideas.
and how that's so cool the way you did that, and what an awesome setup. And it was such a great vibe.
I know for you, when people came up and complimented your work that were other artists, it means a lot.
Oh,
that means a ton.
The fact that any of them came up and were like, "Hey man, it was cool to finally get to meet you, and I love what you do." And I was like, "Holy shit, that's crazy!" So yeah, it was such a great. So Dennis, again, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, it was wonderful. All right, we're gonna let you guys go. We are gonna try and set up something for next Monday.
Yes, we hope to. We're hoping to get a guest on, and then we're gonna get back to drawing and painting.
Yes.
This has inspired me to. I did a couple pieces where I used paint markers and different things like that, and I just really, I got the look of what I want, but I know I need to get in and do where I need to grab enamels, grab brushes, and start doing this for real. But it really showed me I have the ability to do it. Mm-hmm. I just got to get my tools in the right order. I'm gonna pull that freaking airbrush out and get that going. Because again, the hopes is if we get an opportunity to go back to Detroit and be a part of Autorama, we talked about trying to do some sort of airbrush thing. Yeah, and I hope that still happens. But we'll see what happens, and praying that it does.
Keep an eye out on Johnny's page, because he's been posting some of these originals that he did for the show.
Yes, I still have some stuff available from this show, and I feel very much very affordable and very kind of out of what I normally do, and maybe some of the photos I took weren't good quality stuff, but it's
we'll see. Repost. We'll repost.
And
so check it out, guys.
Hey, JohnnyJalopy.com. Head over there. Artwork. I would like to say hat stickers, but we have stickers.
We do have stickers. We're out of hats. I've got the beanies, and it's getting cold where you're all at. So.
That's right. So we sure appreciate you guys hanging out with us another Monday night in the books. And we sure appreciate you spending your time with us, hanging out on this podcast. And again, looking forward to seeing you with another amazing guest, and or we'll be doing some artwork.
Yes.
ityB over there, keeping it real with the cat ears. Meow. Meow. I'm Johnny Jalopy, hot rod artist, fabricator, and all kinds of goofball dude, linchpin. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great readjust the week at Sketchy Live. We'll
stay sketchy.
And of course, always stay sketchy.
Stay sketchy. Bye, guys.